Hey mom, today was a normal day at school, but I kept thinking about the concept of proximity, especially as it relates to what I build next and how I position myself in a world where technology has made creation accessible to individuals. Proximity refers to being physically or situationally close enough to something that you can observe its patterns, constraints, and nuances directly rather than relying on abstraction. It's the difference between theorizing about a problem and witnessing it unfold in real time. Proximity creates visibility. It reveals the small repeated friction points that define an experience but are often invisible to outsiders. At a time when AI makes it possible for one person to build websites, apps, and digital systems independently, the constraint is no longer access to tools. The constraint is access to insight. Proximity determines who sees the right problems clearly enough to build meaningful solutions. Being in the classroom every day places me in direct proximity to the earliest stages of learning. This environment exposes patterns that would otherwise remain hidden. For example, the way my students struggle with the TH sound is not an abstract linguistic concept. It's something that I see and hear repeatedly. Their tongues don't naturally move into the correct position, so they substitute familiar sounds instead. This isn't a rare occurrence. It happens across students, across lessons, and across time. Proximity makes this pattern undeniable. It transforms what could be dismissed as a minor detail into a clearly defined and recurring point of friction. Someone removed from this environment might assume pronunciation is a general issue, but proximity reveals its precise form. It isolates the exact mechanism of difficulty. It also reveals the progression, the moments where correction leads to improvement, and the conditions under which students internalize the correct pattern. This level of clarity can't be replicated through theory alone. It comes from sustained exposure. Technology has changed the landscape by allowing individuals to act on the insights proximity provides. In the past, even if someone understood a problem deeply, they might not have had the means to build a scalable solution. Now, AI can generate lesson structures, interactive exercises, and adaptive systems. It can simulate tutoring interactions and deliver personalized feedback. This means proximity no longer stops at observation. It can now extend into creation. The person closest to the problem is no longer limited to addressing it one instance at a time. They can encode their understanding into systems that operate continuously and at scale. Proximity becomes a source of leverage. It transforms daily observations into the foundation for digital tools that replicate and distribute that insight. This reframes how I see my current position. Teaching first grade isn't separate from building something independent. It's the environment that gives me proximity to the earliest layers of the learning process. It allows me to see how foundational skills form, where breakdowns occur, and how correction leads to progress. These observations accumulate and form a detailed internal model of how learning unfolds. When you're close enough to something, the next step stops being ambiguous. Instead of searching broadly for ideas, the ideas emerge from the environment itself. The classroom becomes a place where I gain the perspective necessary to build systems that extend far beyond it. I ate dinner from the market with the koi fish, and that was it for my day. Okay, love you. Bye.